All right, welcome everyone. Thanks for being here. Very nice to see some new faces. I think Bruce did a great job bringing out some friends. Just a couple things real quick. The bathrooms are back there. If you haven't found food, it's also back there. There is a tub up there on the counter that says donations. If you could please put a little something into there. That's how Bruce gets paid. And I like when Bruce gets paid because I think that makes him a little bit happy. So, yeah. It might make him come back, too, you know. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But Bruce has some stuff for sale. He just released a new album. What was that, 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
2 days ago? Yeah, there we go. I have not listened to it on purpose. I want to hear some of this stuff live before I take a listen to the recorded material. But he has some CDs for sale up there. There's also a schedule of upcoming concerts. So we do concerts usually once a week at least, but sometimes more. The next concert is next Sunday. Four-piece a cappella group, female a cappella group from Sweden called Kangaro. It'll be here. From Sweden. Yeah, they're going to do a workshop during the daytime, free workshop at the Dairy Building, which is just over there, and then they'll do a concert in the evening. And so there's that, and then there's one more concert before I take a break for the holiday season, which will be December 1st. It's a Friday. A singer-songwriter by the name of Deb Talon. She played with a group called the Weepies. They were fairly popular back in the early mid-2000s. So she's still making music. It's still very beautiful. I'm excited to have her come and visit. What else? I think that's about. Oh, there is an email list up there too. If you want to put your name on there, if you want me to send you emails with updates about upcoming concerts, just put your name on that list, and I send out about one email a week. I think that's about it. Oh, I think everyone has realized I've already sold a few things, but everything here is for sale. There's artists that have created all of this stuff, and be happy to help you out there. So, really appreciate Bruce coming out. He came out. I think it was March maybe of last year. He had opened up for a group called My Politic, and he calls it his audition. I guess he must have passed because he's back now. But really fell in love with his music and just who he is. And I think most of you already know who he is at this point, because it looks like most of you are friends or family. So anyway, I'm going to let Bruce do his thing. Bruce Moon.
I was a kid, just 9 or 10. Didn't have no money, but I had a lot of friends. And we ride our bikes all over town, chase that fogger when the sun went down. We laughed at nothing as the years rolled by. Didn't have much, but we had a lot of time. And we learned about love at the roller rink. Later on, took a first drink. In my little town, wasn't much to do. Drive around in circles, maybe get a tattoo. Talk about the day we get out of here. Put this town in a rearview mirror. Some of my friends, they stayed behind. Some worked in a factory for overtime. Some went to war, some never came back. Some keep in touch, and some lost track. Well, it wasn't perfect, and I won't pretend, but it wasn't a bad place to begin. 'Cause the woods were full of family trees. I knew everybody, everybody knew me. In my little town, wasn't much to do. Catch a drive-in movie, maybe make out too. Talk about plans, maybe fall in love. Look up at the sky and the stars above. But I grew up and I got old. Mom's old house, it got sold. I'll go back every now and again, but it ain't the same as it was back then. In that little town, wasn't much to do. Drive around in circles and get a tattoo. Talk about the day we get out of here and put that town in the rearview mirror. And put that town in the rearview mirror. Thank you so much. What a hoot. It is so great to see so many friends. There are some fabulous other musicians in this audience tonight, so I have to be careful. I really want to thank John Taylor. If you're a local, how many locals do we have here? All right, you people, you are so blessed. What a gift you have in John Taylor, and this is a fabulous place, and it is an honor to be here. As John said, my name is Bruce Moon, and I have been doing this thing for the last 6 decades. I like to make stuff up so as to comfort people who have been afflicted, and in all truth, to afflict people who are too comfortable. As of 2 days ago, I have 20 albums out on Spotify and Pandora and Apple Music and all those other streaming services. Feel free to download anytime you like. For 22 years, I was a college professor. And I always wanted to write a song about existentialism. But it's really hard to rhyme. But one of my favorite authors was this guy, Irvin Yalom. And Irvin Yalom was an existential psychotherapist, and he coined the phrase in psychotherapy, be in the here and now. So, Irv, this is for you. Well, if I could just slow down and look around me at the beauty that surrounds me, in this place I call my home. I warm my hands by the fire and I rest there when I'm tired, and I'd never have to be alone. But I take too much for granted and time seems to fly. I hardly even noticed as the years pass by. It's not too late, maybe I can stop it. Maybe I'll just drop it and be here now. always seemed to be in such a hurry. Still I'd start to worry I was falling behind. It was a race, I guess, without a destination, without explanation. It was all in my mind. For the longest time I ran just as fast as I could. Never gave consideration that I'd misunderstood. It might have been beyond my comprehension, but I say without pretension, I'm gonna be here now. Here's a metaphor needing my attention. Without apprehension, my feet held to the fire. That's the metaphor, feet held to the fire. It's just so hard to change the patterns I've grown used to. Maybe I'm supposed to let go of this desire. For years I was driven to win and run the score, and now I can't remember just what the hell that was for. It's not too late, maybe I can stop it. Maybe I'll just drop it and I'll be here now. You might wonder, what's the moral of this story? Is it more than allegory? The fire and the race. In all these places I passed by on the way to somewhere, I was really going nowhere, but now I'm okay. And if I live to see tomorrow, you know there ain't no guarantee. I swear I'll try to slow it down just so I can see it. It's not too late, maybe I can stop it. Well, maybe I'll just drop it and I'll be here now. It's not too late, maybe I can stop it. Maybe I'll just drop it and I'll be here now. So, I gotta get this. If I ever get this low string in tune, I'm gonna weld it. As John said, 2 days ago, my latest album dropped on Spotify and all those other things. There is probably... Yeah, oh, by the way, did you know that 65 years ago today, the Beatles finished Revolver? 65 years. There is probably a science to naming albums. Yeah, you think the Beatles, Rubber Soul, Revolver, cool names. Bob Dylan's Blood on the Tracks, Paul Simon's Graceland, and even Taylor Swift's Folklore. Well, my new album is cleverly titled Was. That's right, past tense verb form. Was. I don't know where these inspirations come from. Anyway, here's a song from Was. You had a castle, all spotless, unspoiled, and the drawbridge painted deep blue. And each stained glass window recalled the barley, and the sun poured like honey all through. Can you imagine my misunderstanding? I listened to voices long past. Somebody told me nothing worth having will last. Well, I built a house where nothing there stood, and sometimes I made such a mess. And every nail recalled confrontations of this, I must surely confess. Chemistry of tears, the physics of love, my mind struggled to grasp. Somebody told me nothing worth having will last. I finally figured it out where the others had gone. I had my answers, but all my questions were wrong. Somebody told me nothing worth having will last. Well, time keeps on moving, waiting for no one but you would not leave me alone. The sand keeps on falling and ghosts keep on calling, and I've got these fears of my own. No need to conspire to quell the desire. What more could anyone ask? Somebody told me nothing worth having will last. Yeah, somebody told me nothing worth having will last. This next song has just a touch of a political slant to it. I'll warn you. It almost got me kicked out of places a couple times, one of them being the Copper Fiddle up in Lake Zurich. As I said earlier, I like to write music that comforts the afflicted and afflicts the comfortable. Now, I will not pretend that my ideas are always right. And I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm just trying to ease my mind about everything. So, if you get offended, don't walk. At least if you walk out, don't make it very conspicuous, okay? Yeah, it's just another day in Illinois town. I wasn't doing much, just hanging around. Went out to my mailbox, and what did I find but an invitation from an old friend of mine. Something about a tea party. There's no hint. I guess I should have read all the fine print. A long time no see, so I figured I'd go and sit around, drink tea. What I know, not quite sure just what I expected. I walked in, I felt a little dejected. There wasn't any tea, no beer, no snacks. Then some guy screamed, "I want my country back!" Well, I was already there, so I figured I'd stay and listen to what speech makers say. There were signs of blasting Obamacare. All I could do was sit there and stare. And my friend showed up, patted me on the back, said, "How'd you like to live in a country with no tax?" I said, "What kind of tea party is this?" Well, the people kept talking, working up a good lather. Didn't make a lot of sense, a lot of angry blather. Yeah, talking about God and our founding fathers, I guess checking their facts, just too much bother. I was thinking about leaving, maybe go find some tea, when all of a sudden, they all turned to me, nodding their heads, thinking I'd agree. So I stood up, turned the volume to max, said I, for one, don't mind paying tax. I like driving my car on new paved roads. I like libraries and parks. Yeah, my words just flow. And my Bible says you gotta do unto others, and the whole wide world is full of my brothers. I was on a roll. So I went on. Yeah, I don't mind giving to those in need. Don't want to live my life by the rules of greed. There was a moment of silence and the room exploded. I could tell right away I was outvoted. The teeth were gnashing. People were wailing. Everybody calling for Sarah Palin. Well, I thought they'd tear me limb from limb, and I figured I'd never be invited again. You want to hear something really scare you? Tune in sometime. Listen to Sarah. I can see Russia from here. Oh, thank you. Nobody. Whoop. James Hurst standing up. He's going to walk out. Oh, okay. All right. So I guess I didn't offend anybody too bad there. So a while back, not all that long ago, I was driving across Iowa. I know. Not much to see other than silos and barns, and it is my understanding that we do have people in the audience tonight from Iowa City and Des Moines. So, hey, look. Well, this time I was struck by seeing some signs along I-80 that said, "No hitchhiking." I thought, hey, Kim Reynolds, that's not a very friendly thing to say. I mean, it's been a long time since I needed to hitchhike, but it got me thinking about the people who really do need to depend on the kindness of strangers in order to get from one place to another. And so this song came. Well, I hitchhiked across America in '72. I had no destination in mind, nothing else to do. Had $20 when I left, and I came home with $10.25. Through the kindness of strangers, I learned to get by. And I saw this great country from back seats in old pickup trucks. And I met some good people just living on luck. The war was raging and dividing my land. But when I lost my way, there was always a helping hand. Well, I wonder what would happen if I tried to do that today. Things have sure changed. No hitchhiking. No way. And I worked for a while selling corn dogs, the Ohio State Fair. From morning till midnight, $1 an hour, I swear. But I did not complain. I was young and just getting high. had no ties to bind me, no rules to abide. This is a true story. The guy that I worked for swore to God that he was the man who invented corn dogs. Now, I have done some research, and I know for a fact that is not the truth. But one hot August afternoon, our stand was right there on the Midway. Richard Nixon rode by on the back of an Impala Chevy convertible. I was never a big fan of Richard Nixon, but I wanted to be respectful, and he was about 10 feet away from me, and what did I do? I hollered out, "Corn dog! Get your corn dog here!" Well, that was America. I was just 21. And political or radio talk shows had not yet begun. But love it or leave it was a sign of the time. And the Russians were Russians, no friends of mine. But I wonder what would happen if I did that all again. Everything's changed from the way it was way back then. I see these lines on my face. I wonder who is that guy. A map of the places I've been, and I wonder why. Now hatred and greed seem to be in control, and the place that I love has forgotten its soul. Yeah, I wonder what would happen if I tried to do that today. Things have sure changed, no hitchhiking, no way. Yeah, things have sure changed, no hitchhiking, no way. Anybody got a welder? Oop, now I lost my pick. For 22 years before I was a college professor, I was an art therapist at a psychiatric hospital outside of Columbus, Ohio. One of the people that I worked with there was a guy named David, who was a Vietnam veteran who would not speak. Wasn't that he could not, he simply wouldn't. Well, a lot of water underneath the bridge, and I had not thought of David for a long time until 2 summers ago I was up in Minocqua, Wisconsin, north of nowhere. And I was standing in the line at the ice cream store, and I overheard this couple talking about their son, Davy. Oh, I should tell you, one of the coolest days back at the psychiatric hospital, one time David came in and he's standing beside me watching me paint, and he turned to me and said, "My name is David." So anyway, I was standing in this line in Minocqua, Wisconsin, listening to this couple talk about their son David, who had recently come back from the Middle East. They were very concerned about him. And somehow that rekindled my memories of my David. And things got smushed together, and here came this song. Davy was a golden boy, the captain of the team. He was a homecoming hero, and Marie was his queen. And they were made for one another, but it surely seemed that way. On the back seat on a back road, he said, "I'm gonna marry you someday." Well, Marie wore her mother's dress, she put on Davy's ring, and the future was so bright, weren't afraid of anything. And life was like a fairy tale in that little Ohio town. And everything was good till the factory shut down. One by one the stores all closed and their friends all moved away. 2 kids in a house on Main Street, and there were lots of bills to pay. He saw a poster in a window saying, "Be all you can be." And he went inside and signed his name, and he called Sweet Marie. Well, the country was at war, didn't take 'em very long. They sent him to a desert where he did not belong. And Davy saw some things no one should ever see. He shakes his head in wonder how cruel some men can be. When Davy came home, he didn't seem quite right, and he'd wake up screaming in the middle of the night, and the sweats got so bad, and he hardly slept at all. Wouldn't talk to Sweet Marie, and there was no one he could call. But his old man said, "I'm so proud of your son." Didn't have a clue about the things that Davy'd done. And the VA man said, "It'll be 6 months or more. Tough it out, soldier. You're home from the war." He sits out on that back porch, just staring at the sky. And he won't talk to anyone, and he really can't say why. And Marie keeps her distance, she keeps the kids away. She cries at night alone, there's nothing she can say. Yeah, Davy was was the golden boy, the captain of the team. He was a homecoming hero, and Marie was his queen. And they're not the only ones, there are so many more trying to tough it out. Home from the war, home from the war. Home. Thank you. My pick went hiding on me. So, like I said, see if this, that's not too bad. I was a college professor for 22 years, so I had to be fairly literate, technologically speaking. I know my way around my MacBook Pro, but there are some things that just defy modern communications, and that's what this next song is about. Well, I don't want to send you an email, and I don't want to Instagram, and I don't want to post on your Facebook page. I just want to be your man. Oh, baby, I just want to talk to you. Oh, baby, just want to talk to you. And I don't want to do Snapchat, and I don't want to use DM, and I don't want to go on YouTube Live. Just want to see you again. Oh, baby, I just want to talk to you. Yeah, darling, just want to talk to you. This is called the Foreshadowing Bridge. Well, I don't want to tweet out these words, and I don't want to send you a text, and I don't want to check out TikTok no more. I don't even want to have sex. Oh, baby, let me think about that one a minute. I just want to talk to you. Yeah, darling, I just want to talk to you. You can tell me yourself if I'm out of luck. Oh, baby, I bet you can finish the rhyme yourself. Well, I just want to talk to you. Oh, darling, I just want to talk to you. Oh, thank you so much. For the last 5 or 6 years, I have entered the NPR Tiny Desk Concert Contest, either as a solo artist or as a member of a group first called Moon and the Man, and then we got a new iteration called The Others. Anyway, this is our entry from 2021. That year there were somewhere in the neighborhood of 10,000 entries. And I like to tell people that we came in 37th. But I told you in the beginning I like to make stuff up. You decide for yourself. Had a dream last night. Oh man, it was rough. harsh words were flying. Yeah, it was tough. Then you turned and looked at me, and everything was fine. Yeah, that's the way it is, babe. You ease my troubled mind. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Shine on me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I say yeah, 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 yeah. Shine on me. Well, I was walking blind, baby. I had nowhere to go. I had no map to guide me, no signpost on the road, and my compass had been broken, no direction all alone. That's the way it was, babe. Then you said, welcome home. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Shine on me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I said yeah, 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 yeah. Shine on me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I built myself a wall, and I built it brick by brick, and I made it 10 feet tall. Man, that wall was thick, and everything was safe, and everything secure. You came knocking at my door, babe, and nothing was for sure. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Shine on me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I said yeah, 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 yeah. Shine on me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I said yeah, 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 yeah. Shine on me. So, at least 36, all right. I have a bid for 36. So you've already heard just a little bit about my summer of 72. Call that my summer of being on the road. Strange things happen on the road. And, you already heard about corn dogs and Richard Nixon. But I also met Mac Davis that summer. Y'all remember Mac? Baby, baby, don't get hooked on me. Well, all right, truth be told, it's an exaggeration to say that I met him. We were standing side by side at a urinal trough at the Ohio State Fair. It was a long, like 10-foot long thing, and there's Mac was a big, tall guy, and there I am, and I'm standing right close to him. And I said to him, I couldn't resist. I said, Mac, you have any advice for a young singer-songwriter? And to his credit, he did not look down. He just kind of stayed focused on the tent wall in front of us. And he mumbled something to this effect. Always ask for a private bathroom. Mac died a couple years ago, and I make stuff up in my head, so I like to think that he told people that story often about meeting this guy in a bathroom. And anyway, I met a lot of interesting people that year, and one of them I'm going to tell you about here. In the summer of '72, I was selling corn dogs at the fair. $1 an hour and all I could eat, and I saw Richard Nixon there. That's where I met Rebecca, bareback rider, dressed in blue. I was just a kid in the summer of '72. Yeah, I was just a kid in the summer of '72. Well, she wasn't that much older, but she'd been around the block. And she took me to her trailer and she taught me how to pick the lock. She said, I'll show you more, you'll be pleasantly amused. I think she hypnotized me in the summer of '72. Yes, I think she hypnotized me in the summer of '72. She had a palomino she called Silver. She said that was a joke. It was something from her past, I guess, a secret in the smoke. She told me there's a story in each of her tattoos, and only I could see them all in the summer of '72. Only I would see them all in the summer of '72. Well, she might have been from Tennessee. She kind of talked that way. When I asked about her family, she always turned away. I was young and so naive, there's only so much I could do. With Rebecca the bareback rider in the summer of '72. Rebecca the bareback rider in the summer of '72. Billy swallowed flaming swords and Jane weighed 400 pounds. And Johnny was a lion tamer, Mary spread her love around. And everyone ate corn dogs, and I swear this much is true. I got to know them all in summer of '72. I got to know them all in the summer of '72. And now that I've grown older, I've seen so many things, like the kindness and the cruelty that comes from human beings. Whenever I smell corn dogs, I still see those tattoos. Some things can't be forgotten from the summer of '72. No, some things can't be forgotten from the summer of '72. And when that summer ended, we went our separate ways. No dramatic consummation, there was nothing left to say. But I often thought about her golden horse and her sequins blue. Rebecca the bareback rider from the summer of '72. Rebecca the bareback rider from the summer of '72. Rebecca the bareback rider. Thank you. There is. Uh-oh. It's just water. Yeah. No rain, no rain. Yeah, there is nothing more gratifying for a singer-songwriter than to have people sing along. Well, wait a minute. Sometimes it's gratifying to, oh, thank you. Sometimes it's really gratifying to have people holler out a request when it's one of your own songs. So anyway, I'm going to invite you to sing along on this next song. It's not too the part is not real difficult. It consists of 6 words, and most of them are yeah. So I'll sing it through for you one time. It goes like this. I say yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I have felt that way. I say it's pretty simple. You'll figure it out when it comes around in the song. As you might guess, I did get over Rebecca. And 4 years after that, I met this woman named Kathy Hyland, and I fell in love. And as luck would have it, a few months after I met her, I asked her if she would marry me, and by God, she said yes. It's 46 years ago. And I would like to think that even after 46 years, if I asked again, that she would say yes again. So you might have guessed the name of this song is Yes Again. Guitar players out there, don't you like this thing? It's one of the cleverest little lines I've ever written. Have you ever stood in a mountain stream smelling pine trees in the air? Felt the summer sun upon your back and the breeze ruffling your hair? And have you listened to ocean waves with your feet buried in the sand? And have you ever wanted time to stop so you could hold it in your hand? Well, I say yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I have felt that way. First time through, we could get on the Andy Williams show. Well, maybe not. Here comes that guitar thing again. Have you ever seen a wild horse go running across the plains? Heard the pounding of his hooves like thunder when it rains? And have you ever felt like that? Laying in your lover's arms, safe and warm and spent, sheltered from all harm. Well, I say yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I have felt that way. You could do this better, Chris Stevens, I bet. Have you ever held a newborn child and looked into her eyes and wondered what she sees and wondered if she's surprised? And have you ever felt so close together even when you're far apart and haven't been so deep in love that it almost broke your heart? Well, I say yeah, I say yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I have felt that way. Excellent. Have you ever wondered why every day was not like this? Why you drive for 14 hours just for one more kiss? And have you ever tried to solve these riddles? Do you finally understand? And if somebody asks you, would you say yes again? Well, I say yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I have felt that way. One more time with feeling. Well, I say yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Got you good. Yeah, 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 yeah. I have felt that way. I was out on a bike ride one morning during the COVID pandemic. Y'all remember that? Thank God we're not there right now. Anyway, I was out on this bike ride and I happened to pass this woman on the street and she was loading up her car. And honest to God, it looked like there was not a square inch of that car was not packed with things. And it occurred to me she's packing up everything she had. And then as I got closer to her, I could see that underneath her right eye was really caked heavy with makeup. And that got me to thinking about the other pandemic in our country. And by the time I got home, this song had almost written itself. The rain that makeup underneath her eyes didn't look so bad, much to her surprise. She wrote him a note and taped it to the back door. Said your supper's in the fridge, I don't live here no more. She loaded up a car with everything she had, pulled out of the drive, and she didn't look back. Well, Lorraine drove all night, heading due west. She went that way, 'cause he'd never guessed. 'Cause her folks lived down south, she had a sister back east. She'd had enough, she was leaving the beast. You're a fool if you stay, said all of her friends. There ain't no good way that the story ends. No, she won't look back. No, she won't look back. No, she won't look back. No, she won't. Found a cheap motel with a Bible nobody read. If he ever caught up, she'd probably wind up dead. She cut up her card, she left him there in the trash. Lorraine don't get by, just living on cash. Yeah, she covered her tracks, left nothing behind. It wasn't too late, but it was way past time. No, she won't look back. She won't look back. No, she won't look back. No, she won't. Coyote howling in the night, sound lonesome, but that's alright. Everything's gonna be okay. Driving now and don't slow down. Sure as hell don't you turn around. Everything gonna be okay. Everything gonna be okay. Every now and then Lorraine looks in the mirror. The bruises have faded, so has the fear. Lorraine don't mind living alone. She don't do Facebook, she don't have a phone. She can work jobs in the minimum wage, but she don't put up with shit from any man's rage. much, and she won't look back. No, she won't look back. She won't look back. No, she won't. Everything gonna be okay. Everything gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Thank you. Let's see if I can spill some of this. All right. These past few years have been a little tough here in the good old USA. You might have noticed. We had the 2020 election and the insurrection and the pandemic. And now it seems like some of those things are coming back again. In some cases, these things led to sort of strained relationships. In my family of origin, for instance, there are some folks who sincerely drank the QAnon Kool-Aid, and some who are anti-vaxxers, and they think I am really strange. So this next song is about, it's sort of about that. I changed some the sexual orientation of the song so that if my family ever hears this, they won't guess that I'm singing about that. This is also only the second waltz that I ever wrote. Her family of origin, they think she might have been a mistake her mama once made. They just shake her heads at the things that she says, pretty sure she's never be saved. They don't watch the TV, they don't read the Times, they got no use for the news. Her sisters and brothers and all them others, they don't give a damn for her views. They think she's a leftist, she might be a communist, probably an atheist too. They don't like all these strangers, don't like all these changes. Hey, what's a good Christian to do? Yeah, some go to Al-Anon, some go to QAnon, some of them hunt every fall, but they all clean their rifles and they all read their Bibles, and some don't go nowhere at all. But it's all in my family, all in the family tree, and maybe she'll come back around. Got your trunk and your branches where you just take your chances with the roots going deep in the ground. She talks about kindness, they think it's blindness. She says we should tear down the wall and do unto others, and all of her brothers, now they don't make no sense at all. Oh man, she won't quit all this liberal bullshit. Can't help but wonder what's wrong. Well, what will they say come Thanksgiving Day? No, they probably won't sing along. It's all in the family tree, and maybe if push comes to shove, with the trunk and the branches, I just take my chances, 'cause the roots are all tangled in love. Well, I just take my chances, 'cause the roots and those branches are all tangled in love. So, I sang that song because, as you might guess, this week is Thanksgiving. And I'll be going to Ohio to visit those folks. every now and then, friends ask, and I have to tell you, I am a rabid Ohio State Buckeyes fan, number 2 team in the country. Well, Iowa, I apologize. But I am not a huge fan of the politics of my home state, although they didn't do too bad this last time around. Still, there are memories of that place and the people from my formative years that linger on to this day. And every now and then, one of my friends will ask me, Bruce, are you ever moving back home? This is my answer. I hear you've wandered so far away. There's no reason for me to return. Nothing but ruins all scattered around. Chalk it up to the lessons we've learned. On rare occasions there's maybe a call or a post on some random page. Mention a memory of we used to be, the debris of coming of age. But I won't fall, and I won't give in, and I won't go back to Ohio again. What barren displays we gave to the world, all the warnings unheard. And like some others, we've broken the mold, moved beyond reasons absurd. I've heard the truth of time passing. Oh, maybe I should pick up the phone. Will you answer or just let it ring? Maybe I should leave this alone. But I won't fall, and I won't give in, and I won't go back to Ohio again. Say there's always an ending. Everyone suffers from loss. I guess there ain't no pretending. Everything comes with a cost. But I won't fall, and I won't give in, and I won't go back to Ohio again. No, I won't fall, and I won't give in, and I won't go back to Ohio again. I should have said that one too is on the brand new album, which is for sale back over there. And so this little town I grew up in Ohio was named after a 16th century Elizabethan poet, Sir Philip Sidney. I have no clue why. There is nothing about Sidney, or very little about Sidney, Ohio, that would lead you to believe that it was inspired by poetry of any kind. Its claim to fame is that Sidney, Ohio is the birthplace of the zip-top, beer-top aluminum can. So if you ever cut your heel on the beach from one of those pull tabs that somebody just left there, you have Sidney, Ohio to thank. It's also in the Guinness Book of World Records for holding the record for the most people opening a zip-top beer can simultaneously. There were roughly 400 people, and you can see it on YouTube if you look for it. So, really poetic, huh? When I was younger and the days were long, the lines were clear between right and wrong. I could ride my bike way across town and spend all day just messing around. The factories were humming, everybody got paid. The world depended on the things we made. Weekends driving with booze, farm and strolls, and cruising for girls and everybody I know. My hometown, it's dying slow. It can't be stopped, gotta let it go. In my hometown, it's dying slow. Killed by Walmart and the Home Depot. Then came the war, and we learned how to smoke. The times were changing, and we lost a little hope. Friends on the wall, all those names. Look back on it now, it's a goddamn shame. Now the factory's all gone, and the stores have closed. There's Oxy and H, and candy for the nose. And the football team sucks, and the young people leave. There ain't much left, and no one to grieve. That's my hometown. Dying slow, can't be stopped, gotta let it go. Yeah, my hometown, it's dying slow. Killed by Walmart and the Home Depot. Killed by Walmart and the Home Depot. Killed by Walmart, Home Depot. My mom always said that getting old was not for sissies. It took me a while to understand exactly what she meant, but I think I'm getting it. Those of you who know me well know that 6 months ago I was laying in a hospital bed up at Northwestern recovering from cardiac surgery. And I swear to God, there's nothing like that to make kind of rearrange one's perspective on things. Kind of reminds you that when you strip it all down, what's most important is the people who love you and people that you love. Darling, I'm gonna drive that old pickup way out Airport Road. And I'll sit in the back with a cold one, watch planes come and go. And I think about people, where they're heading to. By the time the street lights come on, I'll be back home to you. If that preacher you like stops by, just tell him I'm gone. And I don't want him praying for me, 'cause I've done nothing wrong. Well, sooner or later I suppose I might change my mind, but I'm not there yet. Might be a matter of time. Now the calendar pages have faded and turned into dust. When you strip it all down, there ain't nothing left here but us. Yeah, the country is going to hell, and I can't watch the news. And my brothers and sisters don't speak, and they don't like my views. And our kids are busy with theirs, they got lives of their own. And the sun's sinking down low, and I ought to go home. And I ought to stop by and see Jerry, it's been quite a while. I hear he's back on the wagon, but that ain't his style. Well, I think of the young men we were and who we are now. Well, maybe next time. Hell, he probably ain't home anyhow. And the calendar pages have faded and all turned to dust. When you strip it all down, there ain't nothing left here but us. Yeah, you strip it all down, and there ain't nothing left here but us. Oh, here comes a big one, united, I wonder from where. I should have brought my jacket, there's a chill in the air. And I'd better get going, darling, there's still things to do. Yeah, it's getting darker, but I'm coming home to you. And the calendar pages have faded and all turned to dust. And you strip it all down, and there ain't nothing left here but us. And you strip it all down, and there ain't nothing left here but us. Thank you so much. Well, I'm about out of time, so before I play this last one, I want to take the opportunity again to thank John Taylor so much. Like I said, you guys who are locals here, to have this in your backyard, that's pretty amazing. And John is amazing. I was here like, well, never mind, I don't want to say that. It really is an honor to play on the stage where my friend Chicago Farmer's been here, and Sarah in the Underground, Emily the band, a bunch of people I know well have been here. So I am touched and honored. And Chris Stevens has played here. And James Herr has played here. Who am I missing now? So if you like what you heard, I am on YouTube, a bunch of places, and have these 20 albums on Spotify. Funny thing about streaming music, I was telling John earlier, my first paycheck from there was $200. And I felt pretty dang good about that. I mean, I hadn't really done anything for it other than, all the work was done a long time ago. However, in the ensuing 11 months, I have earned another total $12.90. It's a good thing I'm not in this for money. All right. I want to leave you with a comfort song, and this is another one from the new album Was. I followed the arrows right from the start, and I picked up the breadcrumbs. I drank neat, and I poured out my misery, and I drank it neat. And I offered forgiveness for the bitter and the sweet. And someone was listening like you're listening now. They promised me nothing and they followed through somehow. Keep the desire, all will be fine. Seek the ending, yeah, just give it some time. And just say yes, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just say yes. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I heard the voices, and I covered my ears, and I closed my eyes, and I shattered the mirror. And all those pieces, like cotton seeds, scattered around on an altar of needs. And someone was listening, like you're listening now. They promise you nothing, but they follow through somehow. Keep the desire, all will be fine. Seek an ending, yeah, just give it some time. And just say yes, yeah, yeah. Just say yeah. The lessons of history can surely be cruel, and that is a mystery, but that is the rule. And if you learn nothing, nothing more than this, recall the betrayal, one little kiss. And someone is listening, like you listened then. They promised you nothing, and they gave it all in the end. Keep the desire, all will be well. Here comes an ending, now don't break the spell. Just say yes, yeah, yeah. Just say yeah. Oh, just say yes, yeah. Just say yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for coming out. Hope you enjoyed. Oh. All right. All right. What was that? That's the other gratifying thing I was telling you about when somebody asked for one of your songs. Okay. All right. I had a dream about a woman that I love, not a cloud. In the blue sky up above, there was an ache. Anytime we were apart, just like a movie. She up and stole my heart, it was a good day. It was a good day. Sing along there, guys. It was good. It was a damn good day. We were driving toward the sun, and I was thinking about everything we've done, and she was laughing about some stupid thing I said, and I was glad. I was glad that I'm not dead. It was a good day. It was a good day. It was good. It was a damn good day. We were talking about the beauty of the West, and we were wondering just where we might go next, and she was singing some song out of the past, and I was hoping that all of this would last. It was a good day. It was a good day. It was good. It was a damn good day. Every now and then, all the stars align. You don't have to be a genius just to read the signs. You take a look around at the way your life unfolds. All the people that you love more than diamonds of gold. I had a dream about a woman that I love, not a cloud. In the blue sky up above, there was an ache. Anytime we were apart, just like a movie. She up and stole my heart, it was a good day. It was a good day. This one, it was good. It was a damn good day. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good. It was a damn good day. All right, thank you so much. Thank you for coming out. I so appreciate it.